Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back to Sense of Science. Today we are there with another question from the NCERT on Chapter 5 Principles of Inheritance and Variation. This is a tricky question and is very important. Let's try to understand. A diploid organism, that means 2n, a diploid is always denoted by 2n, is heterozygous, that means is having different pairs of alleles. For 4 loci, how many gametes are produced? Okay, this is a very important question. So first of the thing, you should know what is a loci or a locus. It is a place in the chromosome where gene is located. So place where a gene is located. Okay. Now, the meaning of 4 loci, if there are 4 places of gene location, that means there are these 4 pairs of alleles. That means there are 4 alleles, isn't it? Or what you can brief it up is, if one gene contains a pair of alleles, then you can write about 2 genes which are present here in the 4 loci, because 4 loci will be occupied by each one allele, and one allele become a pair of allele, and one gene contains a pair of alleles. So 2 genes are going to be there. Okay, that's the first thing we can infer from what are 4 loci. Alright. Now the second thing which they have given is, it is heterozygous. What is the meaning of heterozygous? That the pair of alleles are differing. That means it cannot be, suppose I am talking about a gene for tallness, it cannot be capital T, because this is homozygous tall. It has to be one capital and one small. That means one tall and one dwarf will combine to become the gene. So this we can take this question further, we can take up with the help of an example. Suppose the 2 genes are the genes for tallness and the genes for seed color. Okay, so we can take the genes for tallness and we can take the gene for color of seed. Okay, so in tallness, if you say the one gene is for tallness out of the 2, the heterozygous tall can only be represented by this. Okay, this is the heterozygous tall. So what are the alleles in this? The alleles are this capital T and small t. Similarly, color, suppose let us take the color as yellow. Okay, yellow and green. So heterozygously we can express this color also in the same way as capital Y for yellow and small y for green. It can't be capital Y or small y because it's a heterozygous conditions. The alleles have to differ. Okay. So out of this, the 2 gametes will be what? The capital Y and the small y. Now they have asked you that what is, just a second. Okay. The question now states, what are the gametes produced? So how will we write the gametes? So these were the alleles we have got. So we have got the alleles. So just now going for the gametes, it's a very simple thing. Just crisscross them and find the probability. Cross this with this, cross this with this, and then cross this and cross this. So once you do all these crisscrosses, you would find that capital T can group with capital T. Capital T can group with capital Y, so it can be a capital T, capital Y. Capital T can group with small y, so it can be a capital T, small y. Just a second. One second, there is some problem. Yeah. Capital T and small y can be possible. Okay. Similarly, this small t can group with capital Y as well. So small t, capital Y is possible. And the small t can group with the small y as well. This is also possible. So how many gametes we can infer are possible? There are 4 gametes which are possible. 4 gametes. Okay. That's the question. So just try to comprehend each word in the question and you would be able to reach the answer. Okay, that's all for this video. So do stay tuned to the channel. More videos for this chapter, important questions and other chapters and subjects would be coming soon. Take care, stay safe.